Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing the demo for Dread Flats, which is a Chinese horror game where we have to enter a murder building, find the missing people, and solve the murder. It's very vague description on Steam. That's where you can find the game. It's developed by Ghost Case, and the full game is out now. It's about $6 or so, but I figured we'd try the demo first just to see what this game is all about. And if you're not familiar with my channel, at the end of the video, I'll review the game and share my general thoughts. I also will have timestamps in the description if that interests you. So we'll go ahead and hit start game and see what's up. So start game. Adjust to barely visible. That's fine. We'll just do that. I am a paranormal video blogger. A week ago, I rented this room in a local famous haunted building, hoping to capture some unusual footage. Alright. The sound came again, and this time I had to film it. Alright, we got some strange noises. Pick up camera. Oh, there's our controls. I had it set in English, but now it's back to Chinese. Oh well. Whoa, real stuttery here. Interesting looking room, I guess. Sounds like it's raining outside. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Okay, I guess we'll go look for that sound. Find marble sounds. Yeah, I hear him this way, I think. Camera is not very smooth. At this late hour, the marble sound starts. It is often explained as a sound caused by the aging structure of the house, but what I've seen here these past few days absolutely defies whatever the rest of that said. It was pretty quick. I think I'm getting closer to it. We can sprint a little bit. I checked during the day. No one lives on this floor. Well, I bet some ghosts do. Some incense here. They won't open. The sound is coming from this room. Security room should have a spare key. Where's that? The sound seems to come from room 407. Yeah, we just established that. Right, well, we need to find the security room. The door behind seems to have opened. I'm glad everything's being narrated for us. Okay, this is kind of a strange look. This place looks terrible. It's like very dilapidated. Marble? Where are you? Oh, here we go. This is where the sound came from. Yes. Correct. Who's there? This game is kind of spooky so far. What? Oh god. Oh god. Okay, why are we here? Let's leave after filming. Okay. Whatever you say, dude. Oh my gosh. You're crazy. Also, wouldn't it be a vlogger and not a blogger, since they were filming? Just saying. Okay. Seems like something went in. Check out the neighborhood again. What? What are you saying? Is that a rat? Rats are bad, okay? They carry disease. And they're disgusting. Okay, we're checking out the neighborhood again. Does that mean the room? Hello? What does that sound? Okay. A rat, I think? Okay, let's see after filming what? Am I trying to find the rat? Ugh. I think I hear it in here now. What's this? Like a interact light. It's like a shiny light. Hello, Mr. Rat. Is it a mouse? No, it's a rat. Let's call it a day for the shooting. Okay. We will now leave. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Here we go. How did the cabinet fall? It almost hit me. I'm gonna pack up and get out of here. That's what you think. We came up 2 flights, so let's go down 1 more, I guess. Man, this place is rough. I think I went up 2, right? I don't know. I don't know where our room is. Let's just keep looking. Is this it? Yes, it is. Keep seeing little symbols, like text for, like, interacting, maybe? But they're very small Chinese characters, like they're at the bottom. Alright, we literally have no food. Sick. I do like the textures in this game. It has almost like this weird photorealism about it. Whoa. Game does not necessarily... I don't know what I'm saying. I'm mumbling. I'm stumbling over my words. I'm nervous. I was gonna say, the game wasn't performing very well. My stomach suddenly hurts a lot. I should go to the bathroom. Okay. Anyways, just forget what I was saying. Where is this bathroom that you speak of? Ah, here it is. This is a bedroom. Or office, or something. Very secure windows. A huge fan on the wall. Holy crap, dude. Like a turbine. I just like looking at, you know, details like stuff like this in games. And just, it's fun to look at. Just to see what they decided to add. Where is the bathroom? Is it outside of here? Maybe on the bottom floor? Just use the bathroom on this floor. Where is it? I guess we'll go look. I guess down this way. Boy, this is not a very good flashlight. Dear God. What in God's name? This place is disgusting. Disgusting! Oh, we're just chilling on the toilet. We have no legs. Uh-oh. I need to fix that light bulb. I think we're kind of stuck in a sequence right now. Hello? I'm pooping. That didn't sound like a mouse. It's actually pretty creepy, whatever all that was. Camera's not very smooth. Maybe it's just me. My big clunky wireless mouse that I use. I should go back and record today's events. Like you know something's going to happen? Is that what we're saying? Thought I was going... Okay, we're writing a diary. There we go. In the dark. Alright. March 9th. The source of the marble's sound was found in room 407. There were indeed marbles. At one moment, it seemed that a human figure was seen, but when the video was reviewed, nothing was found. Judging from the current situation, it is very likely that it was caused by a rat bumping into something. I don't remember that happening. I don't remember seeing a human figure. And it's weird just to blame it on the rat. Wait. March 8th. So we have March 9th with TH at the top here, but we have March 8 here. I think 8th. That would just be more consistent. Anyways, the sound of marbles started again, this time more obvious, almost certainly on the 4th floor, and the sound disappeared as soon as I went upstairs. Very strange. I'll wait and see tomorrow. Okay, so this is just the days leading up to now. March 7. I was filming as usual at night, and the power circuit breaker tripped several times in a row, causing me to run back to the first floor to restart each time. Is that a hint at something? I don't know if it was my illusion, but I felt like I heard strange footsteps in the dark. But when I watched the video and amplified the volume, it was normal. March 6th. Okay, they have it right this time. It was 11 o'clock in the middle of the night. Just now. I clearly heard the sound of marbles next to the bed, opened my eyes in a daze, and vaguely saw a person standing at the head of the bed staring at me in the dark. But when I turned on the light, there was no one. Am I too nervous these days, or is there really a supernatural event? I decided to go out and shoot a circle first. And then go to bed and set up the camera to face the place where I sleep. I didn't shoot anything strange tonight. Dear God. March 5. It has been the 3rd day since I came here. The circuit of this damn old apartment suddenly tripped when I was editing video materials on my computer last night, causing my computer charger to malfunction. I can only use a notebook to record the situation in the past few days. I vaguely heard the sound of marbles bouncing in the middle of the night. It was obviously not the sound of aging steel bars. It was more like someone throwing marbles upstairs, and the sound came from far away. When I went out to check, the sound disappeared. Again. The food I stocked up in advance is enough for 5 days. I hope I can shoot some thrilling materials in the next few days. In addition, I'm really not used to living in this old-style apartment. It feels very uncomfortable to go to the public toilet in the middle of the night. I concur. How do we get out of this? Okay, there we go. Alright, let's rest for today. Interesting. So they're just experiencing strange occurrences and strange happenings and sounds and stuff, and... Golly, dude. That was some major thunder. Dang, dude. It's dark. I guess we're just sort of in a cutscene. Oh no, the marbles! What happened? The camera fell. Jeez, that was loud. Are we watching the recording? Oh, we are. Okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Someone's watching us sleep. I don't like that. Oh no, they're gonna be under the bed, aren't they? That is so creepy. Ugh! I wouldn't want to be watching this while just standing in my room. I can hear her breathing. I'm creeped out. I need to leave here quickly. Oh gosh. Interact. What? Alright, I'm a little on edge now, I'm not gonna lie. Ew. What the hell is that in our... What the heck is that in our closet? Like some kind of gross flesh portal or something? Ugh. What the heck, man? Alright, creepy person. Don't attack me. Jeez. I saw their face back there, dude. Oh my gosh, that is so creepy. What the heck? Do we have to look at that? Or can we just leave? Look at that, dude. My god, that's giving me the chills, dude. Wait, this is a dead end. What do we do? Need to hide. Okay. Is this hiding? Jeez. What's happening? What? Hey! This is weird. I can't see. I don't want to move. They're like laughing? I'm hitting buttons, it's not letting me do anything. Is there some... Oh. I don't know what that is, it's gross. Jesus Christ! Sorry, I couldn't figure out what was going on there. Ooh. Everything got grody. Even more grody. Dread Flats. Very interesting. Okay, I'm back on the main menu where now I will review the game. I will start with visuals, and then I go into audio mechanics, story and concept, performance, and then I will give the game my final judgment. Keep in mind, these are just my opinions. Visually, I like the game, the way it looks. I like its visual presentation. I like the assets that are used. It has almost like this photorealism about it, but I think in a restrained way. I really like the way the environment looks, and the creepy lady, and all that stuff I thought was pretty cool. I really don't have any issues with the game visually, and that's just me. I like just its overall feel. You know, it's very immersive, it's very creepy and weird, and I think definitely sets the tone very well, especially right out of the gate. I think my only issue really is just, I guess this is visuals, but it's like a lot of the dialogue that you read, especially in English, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not grammatically correct, and it just might obviously be a translation issue, which is totally okay, but I would definitely work on that a little bit and try to get somebody that can do that for you a little bit better, because some of it just doesn't really make sense to me. It's just kind of random phrases and stuff, like, let's go around the neighborhood again or something. And it's like, we're in a building, sir. So that just, I get what they're saying. Like, I didn't completely misunderstand everything. Like, it's not like I couldn't really get what they're trying to tell me, but it is still kind of odd. And it does take you out of, I guess, sort of the immersion a little bit if you're just kind of having to read this weird, dialogue. So yeah, work on that a little bit, but other than that, visually, I would say the game is pretty solid, for me at least. In terms of audio is okay across the board. I like the main menu, like music and ambience used here. Sets the tone pretty well, I'd say. So I don't really have any issues with that. There's a lot of strange noises you hear throughout the game, like the marbles, bouncing or being, played with. You have like the rat and the mouse, whatever you want to call it, making some, little peep peep noises and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. So I would say, other than that, nothing really stood out for me audio-wise. Of course, when we're, kind of doing some of the events, I guess, with the creepy person, that you can hear their bare feet on the concrete or something like that, and I thought that was pretty cool too. And then when they like enter the bathroom, there's like weird laughing and stuff like that going on, which I think was also pretty creepy and weird. But other than that, I don't necessarily think the audio is very strong. I think it could be better, but for what it was in the demo, I would say it's at least serviceable and it's appropriate for what we were experiencing. So I don't really have any complaints with it. I just think it could be a little bit better is all. In terms of mechanics, it seems to be kind of on rails for the most part, where it's like something happens, you go look at it, and then you get some kind of weird event or dialogue that tells you exactly what's happening, even though I can kind of confer that myself by, like, I don't know if necessarily everything needs to be spelled out in dialogue. Like, wow, that thing fell and almost crushed me. It's like, I can kind of have that reaction myself. So I find that to be kind of weird. It's like, you need to find, oh, the noise of the marbles. Where are the marbles coming from? Where is that noise coming from? So you look for them and you find them. And then the game tells you, oh, you need to look around some more. So you look around some more, and then the game tells you, I need to go to bed. So you go to bed, and it goes, actually, I need to go to the bathroom. So you go to the bathroom. So it is very, like, on rails, but I think it's okay. I'm not really sure what to expect in the full game, obviously. I think the demo, mechanically, is just kind of okay. Like, I didn't mind the way it was presented and its pacing. I didn't think I felt like we were wasting our time. There was very long sequences, though, like in the bathroom, where I kind of didn't know what to do. You had to look up at the ceiling. Stuff like that. Some of the little cutscenes, like when we're first in the bathroom, are very slow. But I think they're trying to, I guess, set something up early on, kind of set the tension, which I think is okay early on. But if the game continues to do this, I think it could be a problem. I think it could really feel like they're trying to pad the game time. The longer you sit around and kind of have to look into nothingness until something happens. I find that to be kind of a strange way of doing things, but like I said, early on doing that is fine if you're trying to set the tone, set the tension up, kind of build up this sort of intro. But once you get past that, I wonder if the game really picks up its pace, because I think that would be for the better, but I guess you'll have to see in the full game. But with all that being said, mechanically, I think the game is just okay. In terms of story and concept, the story is vague, but I think somewhat interesting. The Steam description didn't necessarily mention that we were a blogger or vlogger of the paranormal. It just kind of said that we need to go to a murder house and figure out what happened to all these people. So it made it just sound like we were just curious or we were an investigator or something, but I like the approach of being a paranormal investigator of some kind. It reminds me of some movies that I've seen, like Ganjam Haunted Asylum, which I believe is a Korean film. It's really good, especially the end. Yeah, so I really like the concept of this. Story-wise, like I said, it's vague, but conceptually it's very interesting to me. I like the idea of being some sort of paranormal investigator, especially if we're like by ourselves, going to some really bizarre place, trying to figure something out we probably shouldn't be trying to figure out. And I think it's very reminiscent of, you know, like I said, some movies that I've seen that I very much enjoyed. So I liked what we experienced conceptually, and I think this game has a lot of potential in that regard. I'm not sure how far the story will really go, or if it's really all that important of a story, because really the story is a sort of a vehicle to get us to the location we are in, rather than it being the whole point of the game. At least that's what I got from the demo. So hopefully they take the concept and really play with that throughout the full game. So story, I would say, is kind of okay, and conceptually, I think the game is pretty strong and has a lot of potential. Now, in terms of performance, I'm pretty mixed, and I'll get into settings as I talk about this. The game runs fine. It was very laggy when I first loaded it up and started, you know, actually playing it at the beginning there. It had a lot of hitching, had a lot of problems there, but I think once we started playing it, smoothed out. The game doesn't necessarily look very smooth as you're looking around. I don't know if that's just more of like a camera issue or something. I don't really know how to explain that, but looking around felt kind of just weird in a way. I wish I had a better way to say that. Aside from that, the game performed fine. I just think it started out kind of rough and it wasn't like visually consistent. I'm not really sure why, but I'll get into settings now and we'll talk more about it. So with settings here, of course, set your language first. They have a handful of languages here. Set it to English and then you can see all of your settings pop up like this. So you have your resolution and your display mode, your quality mode, which I played on medium and the game performed fine. Now, what I was going to say about performance is that the Steam page doesn't really tell you what you need as hardware to play this game, which I find strange. I thought that was like kind of required on Steam, is it not? Like it has a minimum of like a 1080X or something, but doesn't say what should be recommended, at least unless I missed it. I didn't see at all what's the actual recommended specs for this game. I think they really need to make that transparent before people actually buy their game. Anyways, you have vertical sync, you have volume, you have your languages here. You have your mouse sensitivity, you have fisheye perspective, camera shake, and then you have your controls on the left and the right here for mouse and keyboard and for your gamepad over here. Pretty decent settings. I would say the game definitely needs maybe more specific performance settings, maybe something where you could adjust shadows and things of that nature, because that can be extremely taxing. I don't know. I'm kind of okay with these settings. I don't really have any issues with them. I just think you need a little bit more optimization in general. The settings are settings, but if the game is just not optimized well enough to begin with, it doesn't really matter. So while I think there could be some more additions to this, I think overall the game just needs to be optimized in general. So my final judgment for the Dreadflats demo is I would say it's okay. It's a little under the middle of my scale. And while I enjoyed the visuals and the concept of the game, and I even very much enjoyed the last sequence with the woman coming down the hallway and all that, it was very creepy and really effective. I think the rest of the game is just kind of lacking for me personally, at least in this demo. I don't know. I would say it's an okay demo in general, but like I said, the game has potential, and of course you can play the full game now if you'd like. I just don't think this demo necessarily made me all that interested in the full game personally, but that's just the way I see it. I think the game, like I said, has a lot going for it, but there are some things I think lacking, and especially the audio and mechanic department and its performance. Anyways, tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? Do you just want to say hi? Let me know what's up. And don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything. Go play this game for yourself, form your own opinion, and I'm sure the developer would really appreciate your feedback as well as mine. And if you'd like to support my channel and my content, hit subscribe, leave a like, comment, and share the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. And I think that's all I have to say about it, so thank you for watching my video, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for hanging out with me. But don't forget, the pale moth is always watching.